guys, Kavya here. Welcome back to my channel, Kavya Edits. I am finally back. Oh my god, you guys, I'll be honest, I've been in such a bad reading slump that I have not been reading books, so I had nothing to talk to you guys about. But that's a lie. I did read two books. I read Priest and Midnight Mass by Sierra Simone, and I think I kind of burnt myself out because I did not want to talk about them. Like, even though I gave those books 4 stars, I was like, I don't enjoy giving reviews. And I'm like, what videos do I enjoy? What videos will make me want to make a video? Reading vlogs. Which is why, as you can tell by the title, today I'm back with a reading vlog. And honestly, you know what? For a while, I might stick to reading vlogs because I realized I really enjoy reading vlogs much more than I enjoy doing reviews. Anyways, as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be reading Sinner by Sierra Simone. As I mentioned before, I've already read the 2 books before, so this is part of the Priest series. And there was 2 books before, which was about Tyler and Poppy, and I read them. And though I gave those 2 books 4 stars, when I was reading them, I was in a reading slump, and it wasn't because of those books. It was just, you know, we had that mood. I was kind of forcing myself to read, which you really shouldn't, and it took me so long to read the books that by the time I read it, I didn't want to talk about it. So I might, oh no, not might, I definitely will probably reread them in the future because I actually really enjoyed reading about Tyler and Poppy, and when I do, I most likely will do a rereading vlog. So yeah, till then, we're reading Sinner today, and this is book 3 in the Priest series, and holy shit, this book is got me out of bed to shoot this video because I have heard so much good things about Sinner. The only reason I got through my whole burnout, like I didn't DNF because, you know, like I just kept reading, persevering through my whole burnout of reading, like my reading slump, is because I wanted to get to this book. Because holy shit, Sean in Priest, this is Tyler's brother Sean in Priest. I loved him. Like, he wasn't even a main character and we didn't get a lot about him, and I absolutely loved him. And I did not know who Sinner was about until I read the end of Midnight Mass, and I was like, Sinner's Sean, and I was like, I know nothing about these series, about the next 2 books in this series. I know they're about the Bell brothers, but I know there's 4 Bell brothers: Tyler, Sean, and there's 2 others. But only one other has a book. I don't know which one. I don't know jack shit. But I do know that I'm really excited about Sinner because I've heard so much good things about this book. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the reading vlog. But before that, let's read the blurb because I don't even know what the heroine, I don't even know what the girl's name is. Like, okay, he leads a life of sin and she's committed to a life of virtue. Already intrigued. I love me some sinful men. You know. Oh my god. Okay. Sean Bell is not a good man, and he's never pretended to be. He doesn't believe in goodness, God, or any happy ending that isn't paid for in advance. They are words for men like him: playboy, womanizer, skirt chaser, sinner. When he meets a gorgeous college girl at a fundraiser, he has no problem telling her exactly what filthy things he wants to do to her, until he realizes she's his best friend's little sister. Okay. I'm gonna butcher these names. Look, not good with names. We know that. Don't come at me. Zenobia, Zenny, Iverson. Okay. All grown up. Worse than that, she's also about to become a nun. So we had the priest in the first book, in the first like 2 books, and now we're having a nun. Forbidden romance. Oh, yes. Zenny, though, isn't looking to play it safe during her final month of freedom. She wants to make sure choosing God is the right path, and to do that, she propositions Sean to show her every carnal temptation she's leaving behind. Unable to refuse, Sean finds himself falling for her, body and soul, and questioning not just the morals he's dodged for years, but his relationship with the God Zenny has pledged herself to. The only problem is, what if Sean wants Zenny to choose him instead of him? You guys, already already intrigued. So yeah, now without further ado, let's get into the reading part. I'm so excited. Okay, so update. I have read about 57 pages of Sinner. All I want to say is I'm loving it. I am loving this book so much. Much more than I loved Priest, which I expected. When I went, I had really high expectations, and just reading like this much, and I'm like, every single expectation is being met, and I'm not even like 100 pages in. It's so good. Let's talk about a few things. First of all, Sean Bell. I can feel him becoming my number one book. Not my number one book friend, but like in this series, my number one boyfriend. Like his mouth, a mouthless person. Just, the mouth he has. Holy shit. And he's so different from Tyler. Like him and Tyler had a phone conversation, and you could tell how different these two brothers are. Like Tyler's all about forgiveness, about God, and Sean's like, nah, since his sister's death, Sean's like, I don't do well with God. And I'm like, I love the contrast. Like I think it would be a bit boring to read about two brothers who both are devoted to God. I have nothing, like, I like reading different. They're so different. Tyler and Sean are very different, but I love Sean a lot more than I love Tyler. This is so bad, but like, I do. Moving on. In these 50 also pages I read, Zenny and Sean had their first meet. When they first met, Sean did not... oh wait, by the way, I don't think I said this. This is a spoiler-filled vlog. It should have been the title, but I forgot to say that. It's a very fast car. I forgot to say that in the intro, but this is a spoiler-full vlog, so watch how you own this. Anyways, Zenny, when Sean sees Zenny, he is smitten. He's at this charity gala, and he sees her in her red dress, and he's like, I want her. But he goes up to her, and he realizes she's 21 and he's 36. So there's also the age gap. So not only is this forbidden romance, brother's best friend, but also it's age gap. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And it shouldn't, because it's so sinful. Yeah, I think that's why it's called Sinner, because Sean Bell is, you know, at least Tyler had guilt for everything he did. Like Tyler, the thing about him was his desire for Poppy, it always made him guilty. Here, Sean don't give a shit. And I love that about him. Yeah, also the fake name. So when they first meet, Zane does not tell Sean who she actually is, because it's like, I think, because I don't know, Mom, I think she recognizes him, but I think she's a bit hurt and a bit petty that she doesn't want Sean to know that she's Elijah, who's Sean's best friend's little sister. I love the fake name. I love how it's like Marion's like, oh, I loved it. I loved Sean's desire for Zenny. Also, hello, Tyler and Sean's mother has cancer? What? I don't think we were told this in the priest. If we were told this in the priest of Midnight Mass, it completely went over my head. Because when I read it, I was like, because when in chapter 1, it's like they were about to just have their kiss, by the way. They were just about to kiss. When Sean's father calls, we're in the hospital. I'm like, who the fuck is in the hospital? And I was like, oh my god, in Midnight Mass, Poppy was pregnant. Is she in the hospital? I don't know what the fuck happened to Poppy and Tyler. I don't know if they had the child. We haven't talked about that yet. But no, it's their mother and she has cancer. And according to Tyler, Sean is in a bit of a denial, which it's kind of, because Sean goes to Tyler, oh, I will tell you when it's time to come. And then Tyler goes, I'm not sure even you'll realize the time has come. And they have a little bit of an argument, which brothers, but I get where they're both coming from, so yeah. Also, of course, so then in the chapter, like one of the chapters, the nuns, Sean has done a deal to evacuate and bulldoze a building, but he didn't realize that that building is nuns live there, right? So then he has to do damage control, and he goes to his boss. His boss goes, you have to do damage control, you have to go talk to this intern nurse. There's this word I can't say, I'm not going to pronounce, and he says her name, which is Zenobia Everson, and then Sean immediately remembers, he goes, it's Zenny, she hates the name Zenobia. This book is definitely getting me out of the 5 month reading slump I've been in for this year, because this book is so good. Also, him calling her Zenny Bug, we already have a nickname. Sean Bell and Zenny, I'm already in love with you too. Also, I've just up to chapter 6. In the last page of chapter 5, Zenny kept teasing. They met, and Sean apparently realized Zenny is Mary, who he met the previous night and who he can't stop thinking about. So now he feels like, oh my god, holy shit, she's about to become a nun and she's my best friend's younger sister. He goes, I'm so fucked. Which, yeah, Sean, you're fucked, but keep giving it. But anyway, in the last line, Zenny was teasing him because she wanted that kiss he promised her last night, and he was a bit hesitant, but then he pulled her and said a kiss. I have to go now. I have to go and do some stuff, so I can't read this until tomorrow, but I'm so excited. This makes me want to read. See, this is what I needed this book, because tomorrow I'm so excited to read this tomorrow. Okay, hi, update. It is the next day. I've just come back from uni. Well, no, I came back from uni and I went to the hospital because my mother's in the hospital, so I spent the day with her, and now it's 8:57 p.m. and I came home and I read for an hour, which was about 50 pages because I'm a slow reader and I cannot read more for an hour, otherwise I get burnt out. Anyways, I read for an hour and holy shit, you guys, I am loving this book so much. So let's talk about some pointers I wrote down as I was reading. First and foremost, Sean and Zenny's first kiss. Also, I'm talking like kind of a low voice because my dad's in the other room. Like, we don't want him to know what I'm like reading, because no, absolutely not. Anyway, my hand's shaky. Zenny and Sean's first kiss, so hot. Like, it had no right to be this hot. Like, the fact that Sean just goes up to her and says, I want to see your, he uses the C word. I'm like, in the shelter where nuns live? Sean. But he doesn't actually go through it, so he doesn't actually, because then he starts roaming Elijah and she's gonna become a nun, and he goes all like moral compass, and I'm like, but I kind of actually enjoyed him having a moral compass, because apparently he's known as the brother that could give a shit about morals, so very much enjoyed that. Also, I found out that Sean reads romance novels with his mother. They have like a romance book club, which is like no Belle's Only book club, and Sean reads books and they're romance books. Can this man be more perfect? Like, Sean, why are you so cute and so perfect? If Zane doesn't want you, like, just come to me, like, because I want you. Like, the more I read about you, the more I want you. Like, he reads romance novels. I have yet to meet a man who reads romance novels. I want a man who reads romance novels as well. Thank you. Next thing, when I picked this book first up, I knew to expect the fact that Zenny is going to come up to Sean to ask her to have sex with her, to ask him to have sex with her, so he can like teach her and make sure being a nun is what she actually wants. And that happened. I read that and bless Sean, bless Sean, he really wants to sleep with her, but he's trying to stop himself, Elijah, and because she's about to become a nun, but like she literally just came up to his penthouse. By the way, while he was while thinking about her, so that happened, and she just showed up at the penthouse and told him that she wants him to temptate her, to make sure that being like a nun is actually what she wants. And Sean hasn't said yes yet, but I have a feeling he's gonna say yes, because there's no way he's saying no to Zenny. Also, Tyler and Sean's bond. I love seeing Tyler in this. We haven't seen Poppy yet. I'm not what's happening with Poppy. Where's the baby? What's going on? But yeah, seeing Tyler and Sean's bond, and like Sean calling Tyler after Zenny left and explaining everything, and then Tyler like telling Sean to see Zenny as not like someone part of Lizzie's story, because Lizzie, his sister who committed suicide because of the Catholic Church that Zenny is now part of. So I think a major reason why Sean's kind of like holding himself back from Zenny is because of that, because he doesn't want to rehash or remember what he used to be like before he hated Catholic Church, and before he believed it, and he doesn't want to remember the guy that believed in God and believed in the Catholic Church, which was before his sister's death, because she was taken advantage of by a priest, I'm pretty sure. So I read that in Priest. Yeah, also Aiden. Let's talk about Aiden first. Aiden is the third Bell brother, and I know his book is next, but I did not know who it was. And now I have a feeling it's with Elijah, Zenny's brother. Hear me out. Sean sees Aiden coming out of Elijah's office building, and when he asks, like, what the fuck are you doing here? He goes, why did you get? Like, he gets really defensive. He's like, why would I come here to meet Elijah? It's like, Aiden, honey, you're being too defensive for no absolute reason, which makes me believe the next book is an and I'm gonna put this out there, that's gonna be my first because I have recently got into reading, like proper reading, like all my reading, everything I've read is literally on my channel, so this is my first time reading an and I'm actually really excited, because it has to be, because if it's not Elijah and Aiden and I've just got my hopes up for no reason, realistically I should check. But no, I'm not gonna check until like I hold the book in my hand. Yeah, which is not gonna be in a while, because your girl's a slow reader, let's repeat that again, and this ain't finishing. This is gonna take me a week to finish at least. Lastly, for this little check or update, I would like to say, Sierra Simone, thank you so much for writing your books in the male's POV. So I hate okay, I'm gonna say hate, but I don't like one POV which is only the girls. I love dual POV, which would keep it the boys and the girls' mind, but I even love more like a one POV book which is just in the guy's mind. And we occasionally, like, we saw Poppy's mind through her confessions, like one chapter, and here like there was like a voice message, and like Zenny was like talking about her feelings, like a voice message, and I'm like, I like that, but I love being in the guy's head, like knowing what Sean is thinking, and just like I just want to be in Sean's head. I do not give a shit about being in anyone else's head. But also, Zenny, my precious baby, needs to be protected, so but I don't want to be in her head. Is that a me thing? Like, I don't want to be in her head, but like I want her to be protected, but like let me stay in Sean's head, because I absolutely love being in his head. So if you also, yeah, so this book is one POV, which is Sean's POV, and I don't mind it. I absolutely do not mind it. I thought I would like mind it, but then I realized the only reason I minded the first two Addicted series and you and Me on Vacation was because it was one POV, but it was on the girls. I like dual POV while being in the girl's mind, but I don't like being in the girl's mind throughout the whole book. But being in the guy's mind is just a whole different experience, you know? Just because I'm a girl and I just want to know what goes on to men's mind. So yeah, this was the update for today, and I'll update you tomorrow when I read more. Bye bye. Alright, so I'm back from university, and today I read 45 pages of Sinner. You guys, I'm reading this book really slowly because I want to sever. Is that a fucking word? Could you tell I'm a university student? Because I can't. Whatever that word is, you know what? It's 9 p.m. My brain's dead. Like, I cannot think. But that's my brother. Anyways, let's talk. Let's talk about Sean and Zenny. Sean's words, the way he appreciates Zenny's everything about Zenny. The fact that this man was thinking about Zenny having his kids and being happy just with the thought of it. I had to stop myself from screaming in university because I was in a building and it was quite quiet, and I was in a corner reading Sinner, which is not one of my greatest moments because I was quite paranoid that someone's going to look over my shoulder and read what I was reading, but luckily that did not happen. Anyways, I was reading and I had to stop myself from screaming and just appreciating Sean freaking out. Another thing, can we appreciate that Zenny, my smart ass bitch, like her lecture like on virginity, and I was like, go girl, like you tell him, like she's so smart, and I absolutely love that about her. I love me an innocent heroine, but I also love a smart ass one, and Zenny is definitely a smart ass, and I love that she knows what she wants. Like, she's not afraid to go up to Sean and say, this is what I want, either give it or I'm leaving. And I'm like, yes, absolutely freaking yes. Also, a quote that stuck to me was when Sean was, by the way, making dinner for Zenny, which is kind of a disaster, but the fact that he tried to make dinner for her. And then Zenny came and he was like all covered in flour, and she started laughing, and he goes, her smile was a shot of sunshine to my heart. It was something like that. I don't remember the exact quote, but it was something like that, and I was like, Sean freaking Bell, like, where can I get a Sean Bell? Because these men don't exist. Why do you not exist? Oh my god, I look so tired because I am really tired. But I just wanted to make this check-in before I take this off, because I'd rather you look at me like this than without makeup, because it ain't pretty, especially because I know for a fact I was gonna take this off. I'm so tired. I'm gonna have under eye bags. I can't speak today. Anyways, bye-bye. Check-in tomorrow. I have a day off tomorrow, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm really doing tomorrow, but you'll know. Got music on. Bollywood music, that's all we listen to in this household. Anyways, bye-bye. You guys. The smart in this freaking book is insane. Like, oh, I'm blushing. You can't tell, but like, I'm hot. My cheeks are hot. It might be because of the heat I'm sitting in front of, but I'm gonna blame this book. Sean and his fucking thoughts, and my innocent Zenny. She's so innocent. Like, ah! Also, can I just say, Sean, fuck the plan. Just F-U-C-K her. Because at this point, I'm over the fucking plan. I just need the actual action. Like, let's get on to it, right? Okay, like, I'm running out of patience. But despite them not actually having sex, the fact that this book is still so good, like, the smart is so good, it's freaking insane. That's what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna continue reading, but just so you know, I'm loving this book, like, a lot. Why is this man so cute? He literally goes, I'm losing my mind over her, but for Zenny, I'm merely a stop on the road to sainthood. Tell me why that hit me. Like, just that hit me so hard. And I'm like, it's not that emotional, but I want to cry. Also, the biggest thing, Sean just asked Zenny to move in with him for a month. The month they're like doing this thing. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, but I'm also so sad because I don't want them to live together for a month. I want them to live together forever. But like then Sean goes, I'll never be able to compete with her God, with her mission and vocation.
What's vocation?
Protect Sean at all fucking cost. Sean must be protected. Literally, he comes out of the bathroom and Zenny's putting her pillowcase onto like his pillow, and then he asks, "What are you doing?" And then, "Are they bad pillowcases?" Like he was like the Egyptian. Like, what is she doing? And then she goes, "Oh, no, they're She goes, "No, I'm pretty sure they're very nice pillowcase, but they'll dry out my hair." And then he touches his hair like in horror and goes, "Do they dry out my hair?" Why is he so adorable? Why? Where's the men like that in Australia? Like, cause like, dead. Why is he so adorable? These two are gonna be the freaking death of me. Like, they have no right to be like, Sean goes to Zenny, "Because you're mine, and because you're mine, I want to take my time with you." That affects me too much. It shouldn't affect me as much as it's affecting me. But anyways, I finished with chapter 15. So now we're going to the hospital. So I'm gonna read this in the train and in the hospital, and I'll update you when I get back, because I can't update you while I'm in the train or the hospital. I can try. I might, but I might not. But the next clip will decide what I've decided to do. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock and I'm back home. I'm currently watching Riverdale, catching up. Yes, I still watch the show, not because I like it, but because I want to see how bizarre they can make this show. Anyways, I read a bit more of Sinner at the hospital, and there's two things I want to talk about. First of all, Aiden. Sean telling Aiden about Zenny, and then Aiden getting all like anxious, and I'm like, Aiden, you ain't flake. Like, he kept mentioning Elijah, Zenny, Elijah's little sister, the nun, and then Sean goes, how that in his mind he goes, how does Aiden know when even I didn't know it? And I'm like, Sean, piece them together. I'm betting my life. No, that's a bit extreme. I'm betting like my macaroni puppy. Next book, the last book in this series, is going to be about Aiden and Elijah, and it's going to be set in the same timeline as Zenny and Sean. So while these two are happening, Aiden and Elijah are going to be happening, and they're both the brothers are keeping it from each other. Second thing I want to talk about is I haven't finished the chapter because like I had to brush off, but Sean taking Zenny on a roller skating date. I want to scream, but I cannot. How cute is he? By far, out of Tyler and Shauna, Shauna is my favorite Belle boy. I'm sorry. I cannot, but like, do something about Sean Bell. The fact they took her to a roller skating day. I want to go on a roller skating day. These books make me realize what I want in life. It's kind of sad if you think about it, but yeah. Anyways, great update. I am now gonna watch one more episode, probably of Riverdale, send off, and then probably go to bed. So, bye. You guys, oh my god, I can't help myself. I have to. This man is thinking about Zenny and his marriage. He jokes. He goes, "You can stop trying to prove your parents wrong and stop this nun thing and just marry me instead." And then Zenny starts laughing, and then he goes, "She thinks I'm joking." Wait, I am joking, right? And then at the end, he has this whole monologue about, like, he wants to see her in a wedding dress, he wants her to have his kids, and then he goes, oh my god, I'm so fucked. I want to scream, but I cannot because I'm in the hospital waiting room. But Sean fucking Bell, marry me. Guys, Sean dedicating a song to Zenny at the skating rink. And then he said, like, you're the only one who can turn this sinner into a saint. Something like that. I don't know the exact quote. There was something like, wait, hold on. I'm going to find the exact quote. Give me a sec. I wrote it down, so I'm going to find it and I'm going to tell you. But it was such a quote that it hit me. Ignore the background. That's my brother being my brother. I can't help it. So the exact quote was, you make the sinner change his ways. And I'm like, that quote, it hit me. And I'm a fucking mess, but like, that fucking quote. This camera's so close to me, but like, also the fact that Sean is so jealous of his rival because he's spending time with Zenny because of the business deal. I'm eating it up because I love jealousy trope in shows, in movies, in books. Not so much in real life, but I haven't had experiences, so I can't say. But anyways, in fictional life, give me more jealousy, give me more pining, give me more angst, because your girl loves it. And also there's 3 weeks left that Zenny and Sean have with each other, and I've read this much. So I've read this much. So 3 weeks. I wonder if this is gonna be like the next 3 weeks. If this is like a whole 1 week, it's gonna fit all 3 weeks. But I'm guessing something big could happen because Elijah still doesn't know about Zenny and Sean. Elijah still doesn't know, so I don't know how that's gonna happen. Also, Sean doesn't know about Aiden and Elijah, and I have a feeling he won't find out about this book because this book ain't about Aiden and Elijah. But I'm 100% sure that, like Zenny and Sean, Aiden and Elijah are also in a secret relationship that they haven't told their siblings. Okay, so I just finished another chapter, and that chapter made me want to cry. But like, so Zenny is black. I don't know if I said this, but I think I should have mentioned it. She's a black woman, and Sean who's a white man, took her to a fundraiser full of white people, where immediately they saw Zenny and they assumed that she was help because she's black, and that made Sean so mad, and he was ready to kill everybody. And I was reading this and I was like, and the stuff that Sean was saying, and it was like, Sierra Simone, this was written so beautifully because the way Sean was saying things, like, you don't realize, like, he's done the same thing these people have done, but like, not with harmful intentions. You just don't realize sometimes that you're being racist or things. And the way Zenny explains stuff, like, as a brown girl, I know, like, I've experienced I live in Australia, so it's not that much racist, but I have experienced my, odd look. If like I'm in a place full of white men, I'm gonna get the odd, not white men, like white women and men, because that would be if it's just a place full of men. But anyways, I would get it because I'm brown. So that made Sean really angry, and I was like, I love the angers. And then he told Zenny, I'm writing this upside down. I want to build a tower around you, then build a castle around that tower, and then dig a moat around that castle, and then I want to guard you like a dragon, burn anyone who tries to hurt you into ash, and then scorch those ashes a second time. Sean freaking Bell, marry me. First of all, marry me. Also, Sierra Simone, I love the way you addressed the racism between a black man and not between, but like, if a black woman is seen with a white man, it's usually like, oh, she doesn't belong here, this one is the first, or immediately they think it's wrong. And I like that she's she's raising awareness about this, and it's like, it makes you think, like the way Sean was saying stuff, it's like, unintentionally, everyone, like, we do this, but we don't mean to do stuff like this. But yeah, and it really touched my heart, and I was like, you know what, I really loved reading that. And Sierra Simone, good job. Don't want to get too serious, but like, sometimes you have to. My brother's being a brat, I know, I can't help it. Even if I try to stop him, he won't stop. So I'm like, oh my god, Sean just admitted he's in love with Zenny, not to Zenny, but to himself. Here he goes, and I quote, and once again, ignore the brother. He does this on purpose whenever I do this. He goes, I'm shaking because I'm gonna fuck a woman I'm in love with for the first time in life. I'm shaking because, wait, am I in love with Zenny? Yes, you are. You guys, Zenny and Sean did the Devil's Tango for the first time. And it was hot. That's all I'm saying. It was freaking hot. Oh my god. Yep, that's all I have to say. I'm going. Good. Why is my heart breaking for Sean? He's just realized he's in love with Zenny, and they're laying in bed, and she's fallen asleep, and then he goes, but me, I stay awake for a long time. My brain's still spinning and reeling with this new thing, this new love that I can't ever keep. I might cry. I don't know why this just made me so emotional, but like, Sean, no, my baby. Yeah, I'm having an existential crisis reading that quote. But I realized I'm like more than halfway done with the book. No, I'm probably gonna start reading even slower because I don't want this book to end. I know it so much. Now I get why everyone was like, read Priest so you can get to Sinner. I get it. I get the hype. Right now, I'm gonna just tell you now. Right now, 254 pages in. So far, this book is a 5-star. I would give it nothing else. It's so good. So freaking good. You guys. I can't see you. 2 weeks left. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for Sean. I know, because look, if a book like Priest, right? No offense, I loved the smart, but at the end, I feel like there was a plot like in that book that's basically that smart. There was this whole thing of at the end, spoiler alert, Tyler and Poppy like separating, right? If that book didn't really have a plot, what it did, but like, you know what I mean, can like have a third act breakup. We already know this book is gonna have a third act breakup, even though they're not really together. And I'm not ready. I can just feel the angst coming. I can just feel my heart breaking. And the fact is, remember I said I love being in Sean's head? I do, but just for that moment, like when she's away from Sean, because we know Sean's in love with Zenny, but I need to know, Zenny, do you feel the same about my baby? Like, I need to know, and I just want to be in one chapter, but I don't know, it's probably not. Because in Priest, we were through Poppy's head to her confession, and we were in Zenny's head once when she left Sean a voicemail. I want like another voicemail, or like a letter, or a confession. Just, Zenny, I want to be in your head. Do you love him? Because this man, he's hopelessly devoted to you, and he's gonna die without you, and like, I don't want my Sean hurt. I love him so much. You guys, Sean's mum is getting worse. Her cancer's getting worse, and she's really sick. And like, Sean's the oldest child. He thinks it's all on him. It's his responsibility to take care of his mother, which he's doing, and he's trying his best. But it's becoming. He doesn't want to admit it, but I feel like it's becoming too much with trying to spend time with Zenny and then his mum and his boss. Also, Zenny's reverend mother, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, I'm sorry, but she figured out Sean is in love with Zenny, and she told Sean to confess. And I'm like, I agree, Sean, confess, but bless Sean's heart with his mother, with only getting like mornings and nights with Zenny, and like his demanding boss. He is struggling, maybe he's struggling, and I'm just like, now we've got 1 week left. That's 7 days for Sean and Zenny to like, because I'm so conflicted, because Sean is also right in saying that Zenny loves God so much. Like, this is what she wants to do, right? And I don't want to take that away from her. I would never want to take someone's dreams away from her. But then it's just, I wouldn't want anyone to do that to me. But at the same time, I don't want Zenny to go away from Sean. This is also very conflicting. Also, Aiden. He came to the hospital with swollen lips, a crooked tie, and a untied shoelace. And Sean figured out he was doing the devil's tango. And then he asks him, "Who is she?" Aiden looks confused, and then Sean goes, the person you slept with? Like, who's the girl? And Aiden looks like someone a deer caught in a headlight. Is that the phrase? Whatever. And luckily their father come and he gets safe, but I'm like, Aiden, you're not slick. Just if what's his face? Sean can, well, to be fair, Zenny isn't Aiden's best friend, but still, Sean told you about Zenny. I totally fair you tell him about Elijah and the fact that you two are sleeping together, because at this point it's freaking obvious. Okay, I can put pieces together. You know what's gonna be really embarrassing? If what I've been thinking is wrong and I haven't put the pieces together. That would be very embarrassing. But I have put the pieces together. Anyways, chapter 25, 1 week left. We're on to chapter 26. Oh, 7 days. Oh, I'm not ready. He better confess. Before this 1 week's over, Sean, you better fucking confess. Ooh. Oh my god. Sean, okay, no, first of all, I finished chapter 26. This might be the most, not emotional, the most wholesome and the most filthy chapter. First of all, Zenny admits to Sean that after this whole thing is over, she's gonna miss him, and she's gonna miss that she never get to have his baby. And that's not it. And the fact that she never got to marry him. And me and Sean were both like, Zenny, are you in love with Sean? Because if you are, baby, you've got to say it. Fucking say it. Also, at this end of this chapter, they just had finished doing the devil's tango, but like, filthy. They were in the kitchen of the shelter that he works at, but whatever. He goes, I'm just so happy and I feel so good, and she's smiling and stretching like a cat, and I love her. I love you, I say, and the world comes to a crashing halt. He just better Zenny or not having like, oh my god, you love me, I have to stay away from you. No, you guys have days together. Just admit you love him. Figure out a way you two can be together without you getting rid of your dreams, because I can't, you guys, I can't. This book is gonna be the death of me. I know it's coming. I know this depression is coming. Bye. Oh my god. You guys, I knew this was gonna fucking happen. I knew it's never gonna be easy for these two. So then he asks, honest guy thing, Sean, do you want me to love you back? And then he's like, he struggles, but then he says honestly, he goes, yes, of course, yes. She goes, which means what exactly? I leave the order, I don't take vows. Surely you don't mean that you'll be content to hang around the sides of my life, wearing my favour to tournament and writing me poetry. Because I can't give you anything after my vows, not my time or my body or my heart. It'll all belong to God. And then Sean goes, yes, damn it, Zenny, why shouldn't I want you to stay with me? Why should I want you to love me back? And then Zenny goes, because loving you back would mean giving away myself. I knew this heartbreak was coming. I knew as soon as he said, Zenny, I love you, I knew at the end of the day it's gonna be Sean that's hurt, isn't it? I love you, Zenny, and I respect your dreams. I do. Thing is, none of them are in the wrong. Zenny. But the thing is, Zenny did come to Sean because she wants to make sure she don't have any doubts. Are you telling me Sean is not producing any doubts in your mind? They better get a happy ending. I swear to God, if by the end of this book, like, I've got like this much life, if by the end of this book they don't get a happy ending, I'm never reading a Sierra Simone book ever in my life again. Yep, I did say that. I probably, you know, I'm gonna stick to it. They need my happy. These two deserve the world, and they need the happy ending. Thank you, guys. Okay. So the previous chapter, Zenny goes to Sean. We're ending things early because Zenny can't deal with Sean's "I love you." She's like, "It's only 1 week left, so I'm gonna come to your apartment to pick my stuff up. Please don't be there when I'm there." And Sean, because no matter how much he wants to talk to her, he respects her decision and he goes to his brother's farmhouse. And then they're sitting, and then Aiden looks at Sean and he goes, "So wait," but he's like, "Are you crying? Is mom okay?" But he goes, and then he just realization like, and then wait, and then Sean goes, "Zenny's at my place right now getting her things. She doesn't want me there." And then and I can't go back to mom and dad like this. Like what? And then he goes like to his clothes all post fuck. And then Aiden goes, "So wait, you fucked and then you broke up?" And then he goes, "Ah, you're hurting. You're in love with Zenny Iverson." And then another voice just pops up and goes, "Who's in love with who now?" And then Sean turns and it's Zenny's brother Elijah. So not only is Elijah about to find out about Zenny and Sean, but I'm pretty sure Sean's about to find out about Aiden and Elijah. I was not ready for this. I was not expecting this to be. I didn't think Sean will ever find out about. Oh no, I feel like it will be in their book that he'll find out about Aiden and Elijah, but turns out that ain't the case. Oh my god, it's too funny. Life is throwing too much at Sean right now. Like, what the? First of all, his boss. Fuck you, dude. He just asked him to choose between his dying mother or his job. And when Sean chose his mother, which, as he should, he fired him by his rival's hand. Bitch! But the thing that I loved, Sean could give a rat's ass. And I was like, you know what, Sean? Yes. You go. Don't give a rat's ass about this bitch. I hate both of them so much. I hate the boss and I hate Sean's rival, and I can say both of their names, but I just don't want it because they don't deserve my time. Also, Sean's mother's getting worse. There's no doubt in my mind that she's gonna die in about like 1 or 2 chapters. But the sad part is, Zenny's father came to visit, but Zenny's still not here. And Aiden's here, and Ryan, the little brother's here, but Tyler's not here. Tyler's still wherever he was in Midnight Mass. I think this makes me more emotional because I know my mom's in the hospital as well. So I'm just like, she doesn't have cancer, so that's good, and she's improving. But this is a very scary situation, so I do know what Sean's going through. It's very scary and it's very upsetting. And the fact that Sean, he thinks he has to be strong and that he can't fall apart, and bless his mum, so she was hearing everything but she can't talk, and then when Sean turns to, she holds up a whiteboard with saying, "Mountain Dew." You guys, Zenny shows up. And he shut up, and then she goes, "I'm sorry I didn't come earlier," while hugging Sean. I wasn't sure if you would want me after what happened. And Sean goes, "I always want you, always." And then the mother's looking at him with a smile, and he goes, "It's like, I said this was more than she could ever ask for, as if her work as a mother is done." Then she asked for Mountain Dew, but Tyler's on his way, and they've taken the oxygen mask out of her, which only means by the next chapter it's most likely she's gonna be dead. So Sean's mother just died, and I don't know what to say. It was a hard chapter to read for some reason. Zenny just left Sean a voicemail. I'm so happy she did. At the end, she goes, I started this with you to find out what I've been missing, and I did find out. It's you. I'll be missing you.
This is too much for me.
I can't handle this, you guys. Like, look at me. Look at the mess I've become because of this book. I was prepared for Zenny and Sean to not be together in the third act. I knew that was gonna happen. And then to just throw Sean's mother's death at me like that. You guys, Sean just goes, silly Zenny, as if I'd ever let her go. I'll hold her as long as she lets me. I'll hold her for the rest of my life. I'm in a hospital. I cannot scream. This book is gonna kill me. It's gonna be the end of me. And you know what? I will let it. You guys, tell me why when Sean said that Zenny was in a wedding dress, I thought Zenny was surprising him with a wedding. But it's not. It's because of the whole, I don't know, the process. I'm not Catholic, so I don't really know what's going on. But I'm trying. But my brain literally just thought, oh my god, Zenny's surprising Sean with a marriage. No. She's just crying into his arms now because she doesn't know what to do. I cannot cry in a hospital. I cannot cry in a hospital. I cannot do it. No, no, no. I just finished chapter 33. Okay. Earlier, I said if this book doesn't have a happy ending, I would never read a Sierra Simone book. I lied. Because, okay, this might be weird. This might. But Sean had gone to meet Zenny and they did the Devil's Tango while she was in a wedding dress, while she was about to take her vows. But don't judge them. They're both really heartbroken. And Zenny, she finally said, I love you. But they both, and I'm like, I get it. If I don't know. I know I've got chapter 34 and the epilogue left. I don't know what happens right now. The end is coming. There's like, I've got 8 pages left. I might just keep my video on and just fast forward it for you to get my reactions. Anyways, yeah. If this book does not have any, I probably won't mind it because I get why it won't have a happy ending. But if it does, your girl's gonna be very happy. Alright, let's read chapter 34, which is the last chapter before the epilogue. And it's gonna be like a few pages. No. I'm never not gonna love her. She's the only one my heart will ever hold it inside itself for as long as I'm alive. I nearly upset my book. Fuck's sake. Anyways, also, can I just appreciate Sean's character development? Like in the beginning of a book, he hated God and everything to do with God, and now he's starting to pray to him, but he still challenges like the beliefs, but he's like, he's changed, and it's because of Zenny and a little bit of because of his mom's mum. Oh, this book is gonna kill me. I'm gonna die. You guys, wait, let me finish. Wait, hold on. the Reverend Mother just called Sean, and then as he's walking out the church, he goes, slow down. Sean goes, what? He goes, slow down. And Sean turns around, he looks towards the church, and he sees Zenny running towards him. And then she goes to him, don't lose your joy. It's what your mom said to me before she died. She said we made joy in one another, that she could just tell from the way you talked about me. I even said it, I'm more myself when I'm with you. I got to the front of the aisle and realized that I wasn't more myself there, not like when I'm with you. I realized the walk down to the altar wasn't going to be a walk of joy. You give me joy, Sean. You give me the space to be strong and to be safe and loved. And please say it isn't too late. Please say I'm not too late for us. And then Sean goes, oh, Zenny, I'll make you every vow in the world in exchange. I promise I'll be everything for you. And then she goes, everything is tempting, but I think Sean Bell is quite enough for one girl to handle all on his own. What? Oh, tell me why I prepared myself for not a happy ending. But I was like, there's no happy ending, but there is. There's a fucking happy ending. Also, epilogue. 1 year later. 1 year later. The way they did the Devil's Tango in the thing, I have a feeling there might be a baby because they did not use protection. So I'm predicting that now. I just finished the epilogue, and now to the author's now. They're married. And then they didn't have a baby, but Zenny is pregnant. I don't know if we're gonna ever find about the child because we never found about Poppy's child, and there was no Poppy. It's like she doesn't exist, but whatever. We're not talking about time, we're talking about Sean and I'm gonna gather my thoughts. I'm gonna write my reading journal, and then I can't be asked to do an outro today, so I'll probably do that tomorrow when I've got something on my face, because let's be honest, this ain't it. I've got like, I'm breaking out. Anyways, you can't see me. My head's like, yeah. Oh my god, this book. This fucking book. I'm gonna die. This book is gonna be the end of me. I'm gonna die. See you in the outro for the review and ranking and whatever. Oh my god, you guys. I'm so sad, but I'm so happy. I'm sad because I finished this book, but I'm happy that they got the happy ending, and I'm happy I get to move on to the last book of this series. So excited, so excited. Guys, you guys, sorry, I'm back before that outro, before the review. This is about, okay, it goes, the Bell brothers aren't finished just yet. It's about some facts about Saint, which is in the next book, in the last book. It stars Father Bell's younger brother, Aiden Bell, who's now a monk instead of a millionaire. A priest, a nun, a monk. I might just die. And then it goes, second chance romance. Deep conversations about what it means to live a holy life. Also, deep conversations about flaming hot Cheetos. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Sierra gets creative with altars again. Am I gonna have a Tyler Poppy moment? Or even like a Sean and Zenny moment? A crucifix, kind of sexy. Asking for a friend. Oh, these two are gonna be hot, aren't they? I thought Tyler and Poppy were hot, and then I read this book and I was like, holy shit. These two are definitely hotter than Tyler and Poppy. I'm gonna say it. Just putting it out there. It's my opinion. And now, Aiden and Elijah. Because it has to be. I'm sorry. It has to be Aiden and Elijah. There's no one else. Wait, it is, because literally in the fucking book they confirmed it. Sean knows Aiden and Elijah, so why am I pretending like I don't know this? I do know this. So yeah. Anyways, now let's go to the review. Okay, so officially done with Sinner by Sierra Simone. Holy shit, you guys. This book was everything. Zenny and Sean were everything to me. Sean Bell, you were everything to me. So if you couldn't tell, I did end up giving this book 5 out of 5 stars. Like, I could not physically give it any less stars than 5. It was just not possible, and my neighbor is outside and she's looking at me, which is kind of weird, but you know what? Screw it. Anyways, 5 out of 5 stars. Why did I give it 5 out of 5 stars? Let's talk about that. Not only did this book has an amazing love story, like the love story that made me in awe, made me like, they were so cute, but at the same time, like, there was angst between them. And then I love my cute and angst. Like, I need both of them, and I got it from here. So good. But also the spice. Now, I thought the spice in Priest was like quite a lot. The spice in here, I was not expecting, but I was expecting spice, but not as hot as it was. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, chef's kiss. Let's talk about Zenny. I love the fact that though she's innocent when it comes to, like, you know, the sexual stuff, she is not afraid of educating Sean on her beliefs. She's not afraid of making people speechless. Like, what she stands for, she's not afraid for speaking for it. And I absolutely adored that. I love that she could be a bad bitch, but at the same time she could be adorable and innocent, and that just made me fall in love with Zenny Bug. Sean. What can I say about Sean? That man. I love him, and I love his caring side, and I love how he doesn't prove to people that he cares about them through, and he loves them through his actions, through his words. He proves that through his action. He doesn't expect people to do anything back for him, but if he loves you and he cares for you, he wants to show you that he loves you and he cares for you, and that just made me in love with this man. Like, I don't know what else to say about Sean Bell, but he was so good. He was so good to Zenny. He was so good to me because. Alright, the third act of this book, like the part when Sean's mother. Well, no, from the part Sean tells Zenny he loves him to, like, the end, I predicted basically most of the things that was gonna happen. But I did not expect still to be that sad. Like, despite having a feeling that these shitty things were gonna happen, my heart broke. It was written so beautiful. Sierra Simone's writing, even if you don't like Priest or Sinner, you cannot deny the fact that Sierra Simone, her writing, it's so good. Like, it really pulls you into the story. Like, it's so good, and it broke my heart. Like, the third act of this book broke my heart, and I did not expect it, because I was like, I knew this was happening. I knew the mother was gonna die. I knew Zenny wasn't gonna. I already predicted that Zenny wasn't gonna accept Sean's love as much as I wanted her to, but still, it broke my heart. And overall, this book is probably one of my favorites book I've read this year. Probably is my favorite book I've read this year. I'm trying to think. Did I read Punk 57 this year? I just was. It is in, like, the top 10. It's definitely in the top 10 books. I'm not even sure if I read top 10 books this year, because your girl's been in quite a bit of reading slump. I'm getting back into it, getting back into reading, and overall, this book, top 10, definitely. Ranking. Where do I rank this book in the ranking of the series overall? So, if you don't know, in this series, I've not done reading vlog for this, because when I was reading, I was in a reading slump and I just could not be asked doing. But this book is part of the Priest series, which we have Priest and Midnight Mass, which is part of the same couple, Tyler and Poppy. And then we've got Sinner. I also have another book, which is Saint, and I'll be doing a reading vlog for that, so don't worry, keep your eyes tuned. But ranking wise, come on, we've been new. Sinner is number 1. It has to be. And then I'll go Priest. And then Midnight Mass. Because Midnight Mass is a novella. I think we expect it to be like last. If it's number one, it's a problem. But yeah, so this is my ranking so far. Sinner, Priest, and Midnight Mass. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, nearly dropping books. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and hit the post notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a video. Yeah, my socials are down below if you want to get in touch and talk about books. I'm mostly on Instagram, so hit me up there. And yeah, that's about it, right? So I'll see you guys when I see you next on this channel, probably with another reading vlog. Bye, guys.